All right, so there's a story that I want to talk about that it's kind of old news at this point. It happened, I don't even remember if it was October or November. It was right at, no, it had to be November, right? Because it was right after the election. So the midterms happened last November. The Democrats have maintained control of the Senate. Hold on that. And the Republicans have taken the House, which I'll get to that later. That's been a whole heap of nonsense. But let's talk about the Senate for a second, right? When I when I was talking about the Senate not too long ago, I said it should be abolished. And by the way, I still stand by that position. But I also talked about something called rotating villain theory. And this isn't my theory, so I can't take credit for it. But essentially, what rotating villain theory is that there are enough corporate sponsored politicians out there that whenever it looks like something good might happen for you, taxpayer, the individual citizen, and it looks like the party who's looking to pass this thing has all the votes, suddenly out of nowhere, there'll be one bad guy, right? So we're used to it being Joe Manchin or Kirsten Sinema. But I said even if you got rid of those two, you would still have someone come out of the woodwork who decided, oh well, I don't like this particular provision, and what if we change it to this? And then you have someone else who say, oh well, we can't change it to that. I'm against that provision, and you wouldn't get the thing that was promised anyway, right? And this is what rotating villain theory is. It's making it look like electoral politics is a way to get change, and then revoking that from you as soon as as soon as it has the opportunity to do that. Okay. So this is what it is. It's really disgusting, and it's a strategy essentially to make sure that no one is ever able to pass good legislation that helps the American people fundamentally. Okay, and so why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because just a couple weeks after the Democrats got that extra one vote in the Senate, 51 to 49, Senator Sinema just decides she's got to be an independent. Oh, golly gee, can you believe it? Just in the nick of time, the Democrats be able to do something good for you. Oh, darn. Now they only have 50 senators, one independent who will caucus with them, and 49 Republicans. Okay, look, now, honestly, the timing for this is probably more related to the fact that Kirsten Sinema is going to get primaried, or was going to get primaried in her next election. She definitely wouldn't survive because she is majorly underwater in Arizona. If she runs as an independent, she gets to skip right to the general election. So that is probably more what it has to do with. But ultimately, for me, this is definitive proof that rotating villain theory is alive and well. Because you take someone who has been an obstructionist the entire time, and now they're not even bound to the party. Now, look, Chuck Schumer doesn't do a great job of whipping the party, but if he did, then now you have someone in the Senate who is no longer bound by that whip. Um, and here's the other thing. Not only does this prove that rotating villain theory is alive and well, this pretty much proves that, like, everything is fake. Kirsten Sinema went to the Senate as a member of the Green Party. When she came in, we thought she was a leftist, like one of us. And then she decides that she's no longer in the Green Party. She's a Democrat. Well, then she goes from being a Democrat to being an independent. And all that while, this whole time, she's becoming more and more conservative, and she's taking more and more donor money. Kirsten Sinema is a perfect, if you watch her career in politics, now, look, it's entirely possible that everything she's ever said is a lie. She might be like the Senate's George Santos. But honestly, if she was ever genuine for any portion of her entire political career, she is a perfect case to watch and see how money corrupts people in real time. She's not been in politics for that long, relatively speaking, compared to like the other dinosaurs in the Senate. And her positions have fundamentally changed. Her political identity is fundamentally changed. And this is not just a lie, it's a betrayal of the people who put her in office. The people who worked hard for her to get her on the ballot, they are all betrayed now. And by the way, there are a large portion of people in this country who will only ever vote for the one party. So people who voted for Kirsten Sinema, even if they didn't like her, were like, hey, she's a Democrat, and better a Democrat than a Republican. And there's a lot of people that vote that way, and I'm not making any comment on that, okay? But people do vote that way, and so for these doubly betrayed those people because one, you lied straight to their damn faces, and two, you've said, look, the fact that you put me in a position of power with a particular party, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about that. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what gets me more power and clout. And she has taken over $1 million of money from corporate, from medical corporations, and she now votes in lockstep with them. She votes to keep drug prices from being lowered. She voted down the minimum wage with that stupid curtsy. I mean, she's just an abhorrent human being, honestly. And so I feel really bad for the people of Arizona who voted for her, thinking that she was good. I don't even know what words to use to describe her, like to describe what people might have thought of her, because it's just like everything she does is so gross. And so, look, she's still in the Senate. She's still going to caucus with the Democrats. Does this change anything? I don't know. It's hard to say. But ultimately speaking, if there was any pressure that she felt from being a Democrat and obstructing the agenda of the president, the Democratic president, the Democratic Senate, the Democratic House, she clearly doesn't feel that anymore. Not to say that she felt it ever, but like whatever influence they had over her in being a Democrat, that's all gone. And so, Bernie referred to her, or after they announced camp, Bernie referred to her as a corporate Democrat. And I think I'm going to too, because ultimately that's what she is. Or just say a corporate politician. She's just a corporatist. She does whatever her corporate donors tell her to do. She doesn't give a flying what about anybody else but herself. And as soon as it comes for reelection, look, I don't know if she's going to run for reelection or not, but you hear me now, quote me later. As soon as it looks like she might not win, she's going to get a cushy job where she doesn't have to do anything at all and just rake in tons and tons of money as a great big thank you from the corporations who bought her and ensured that she would vote down every good thing that could possibly help you. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. It's just so gross. So Kyrsten Sinema, good riddance. Democrats don't need you. Now, it'd be nice if Democrats did more good things, but and I don't know if this is gonna change that, but hey, I can hope. But Kyrsten Sinema, good riddance. I hope that you lose your next election and we never have to hear from you again. Enjoy your cushy job, you sellout.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, throw a like on it, share with your friends, and subscribe for more of our content. You can also find all of our videos and clips on youtube.com. Just search Let Them Eat Bread and you'll find all of our content. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye for now.